All right, man. Welcome back to Man Down Sports, man. Recapping the Celtics Pacers. Celtics finished the sweep. They're going to the finals for the second time in what, 3 years? They went in
Yes.
2022 against the Warriors. So second
Yep.
time in 3 years.
Yep.
Man, this young team, man. I mean, Tatum and Brown. I mean, what, Tatum's 25, 26, Brown's what? Tatum's 25,
I think
Brown's 27.
26 to 27, I think,
with
respectively.
Tatum 26, Brown 27.
Because if he was
These
25, they would have put him on that under 25 list.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this dude, man, these dudes young, man. Yeah, congratulations to the Celtics though. This is a big deal, yo. Getting to the finals, they finished a sweep. You know, they won the games they were supposed to win. You know, I think they dropped. It's probably one game they dropped that I was like, yeah, this is this is kind of a red flag, and I can't. What was it though?
The Miami one?
The Miami one. It was definitely Miami one for me.
Yeah, they lost the first game or second game.
They blew them out first game. Jimmy Butler wasn't playing. Second game they lost convincingly, and then they've been losing to Miami for or at least going to 7 games with them a lot. So everybody was like, "Uh-oh."
They've been going back and forth for a while.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But yeah, I mean, we got it. Tip their hat off. I don't know if we've seen their best basketball yet. We definitely haven't seen their best basketball because they ain't had Porzingis. So what their ceiling is bigger than what we've been seeing so far. So I mean, hopefully we get to see that in the finals, man. But let's talk about the series. Well, let's talk about this game first, and then we'll talk about the series as a whole, and then we get into this Jaylen Brown being awarded the Larry Bird MVP trophy for the Eastern Conference Finals. Mm-hmm. What y'all see from the game?
So,
I saw a feisty Pacers team. I got to tip my hat to them because even without Halliburton, they never let these games get too far and had leads in all of them. You know what I mean?
Correct.
I like the kid Nembhard. I like Neesmith. I like their defense. TJ McConnell, just the most unassuming dude that you would expect to keep contributing. Siakam played well. Like they played well enough to win, but it's always in the winning time, crunch time.
Every single time.
Every single time, them dudes they either fold or the Celtics defense find a way to force some of the needed turnover and make the extra pass or make the extra shot or get the rebound every single time. And the Pacers can't seem to make those winning plays down the stretch. Once they go up 3-0, it's the record speaks for itself. The teams don't lose. 3-0 is tough. Elimination games are tough, but 3-0 is even tougher to come back from. So man, tip your hat to the Pacers for the toughness, but this is their first time being in these situations. They'll definitely grow from it, I hope. But yeah, the Celtics showed their veteran poise and pulled the game out.
That's what I like about it, because I think this is what they was lacking when they went to the finals against the Warriors. I think they was lacking this type of poise down the stretch and making those big plays like that down the stretch. I think I seen what I wanted to see from them. You get what I'm saying? Not turning the ball over a whole lot, making big plays on defense, hitting big shots on defense, understanding the moment, not rushing it, not getting sped up. And this is all while being down in the fourth quarter. And like 3 of these games, they end up winning.
Mm-hmm.
You can say that's crazy to get the sweep that way. Like this sweep it was a sweep, but I'm like,
Mike Breen said it was the most competitive sweep they seen. I have to agree. I mean, I honestly looking at it, right, this series is a sweep for Boston, but could very well be 3-1 in favor of Indiana if they just finish those games. And I think that just comes from them being young. I understand they have the coach that they have, right, but coach can't get on that court and run the plays, right? That still comes down to the players, and that team is very young still. Then you lost your number one, your leader in Tyrese Halliburton,
mm-hmm.
which that's a major hit. But shout out to Indiana for not folding.
Yeah,
Right?
it was easy for them.
Very much in those games.
Yeah. See, I mean, I get that part, but they did fold.
Well,
They
yeah,
folded. They
Well, no,
folded
yeah,
in the
they
fourth
folded.
quarter.
I'm talking about like people were already calling them like blowout victories for Boston when Tyrese went down, right? They was, Pacers gonna lose by 20 in both games, but the Pacers showed that resolve and was like, nah, y'all gonna earn this sweep. If y'all gonna get us up out of here, we're gonna earn.
Yeah, you read the comment. I'm trying to figure out who it is. Was you on last night or something? How you
had to have been.
hey, how you get
Bird soup tonight? Did I
bird?
get that right? Bird soup?
Oh, chicken soup. He want to cook.
I
He
don't know.
cooking chicken.
The
He
kitchen
want-
been hot lately. I don't know if you want to step in that tonight. The kitchen been hot lately.
Yeah.
Just ask Roland. Shout out to our boy Roland.
Shout out Roll.
But yeah, so I just their future is bright in Indiana. I think
You
they
think their
got,
future bright?
yeah. You don't get here by accident. And they really took a
I
very
don't know, man. Like, I mean, we were saying the same thing about Miami. Oh, their future's bright. They done got to the finals. They got to the finals in the bubble, and all it takes is one guy saying, yeah, it was cool being your backup for a little while, but now that I showed that I can play in the playoffs, they offer me the bag. So a couple of people leave,
Nimhart.
and then they right back to being a average team.
Yeah, and speaking of money's about to get tied up because I think Siakam was on the last year before that trade from Toronto.
Mhm.
So they're gonna have to give him the bag this offseason, and they're probably gonna do it considering the fact that they went to the Eastern Conference Finals. So
Did Tyrese get an all NBA nod this year?
yes,
Yeah, he did 13.
so that means he's
He's gonna get a bag too.
that
He's
super.
still on his rookie contract, right?
He's about to get a bag.
Yeah, so he's
He coming up on a extension.
I don't think he's been extended. I think he's still on his rookie contract.
Yeah, I think
he got another year. I think though.
another year, and then he'll be up for. Well, they'll do it. They'll work it out. But he made All NBA already, so they're probably.
Yeah, but the thing about that is, for that Rose rule, you have 3 years from when you win an award to when you have that contract negotiation.
Yeah, if you win
for the max.
Yep.
So him getting that this year, and then he'll go into negotiations next year.
Yeah, he's fine.
Then he's still gonna get that max.
You're gonna get it. All you had to do was make it in that 3-year span.
So
yeah, that's interesting. So you mentioned coaches and Coach Missoula and all of that stuff, man. And I was, as soon as I, seeing that they won, I thought about, dang, man, he got to the final. He got this team right to the spot where Ime Udoka got them and got all his clout. And like to have to fill those shoes and the way he had to fill it, because Udoka was gearing up for the season. He got fired in the summertime just before the season started, and Missoula had to step in on short notice and do what he had to do. And here it is, a year later, what 2 years later? Well, not a year later. He got the Celtics right back to where they was at with Udoka, man. So he earned his stripes. He obviously got the respect of the players in the locker room and stuff like that, man. That was big time, man.
Yeah.
That was big time. How y'all think Missoula is doing? Or you think the team just that good and any coach could have done it?
I think both. I think the team is very good. He took over a team that Udoka had that already had been to the finals. But I think it might have been a little tougher for him. Not a veteran voice, first time real head coach. You know what I'm saying? Having to lead these voices. At the end of the day, they probably felt like, I mean, his voice was already being heard, but they probably felt like, hey man, what's to this dude? You know what I mean? Like, is he really gonna be able to lead us? And what I've seen from him, the biggest thing is the poise that he has, even when his team is down. He trusts them. You know what I'm saying? He trusts them and believe that they can beat any team even when they're down. So I think that's definitely something that I got to give him credit for. But I think it's two things. I think the team is built to win games, and that's exactly what they're doing. And he knows that too. All he got to do is manage the game properly and let his stars be stars.
I agree. It's a mixture of both, right? That team is just like Zoe said, built from top to bottom. but also the coaching is important because look at the situation in Milwaukee. They were 31-13, switched coaches, and it wasn't plug and play, right?
Mm,
They ended up having a bad second half of the season and ultimately got knocked out of the playoffs. So like coaching definitely has something to do with that. And I think Jason Tatum, Brown, and those guys, they trust Missoula, right? He's definitely earned the trust of the team.
mhm.
And this is 2 straight conference finals for him. They were in the conference finals last year when they unfortunately ended up losing to Miami in 7. But he got them right back, and then got the pieces. But I
Right.
think Boston has just had a great run. They have an incredible front office, and they've had a great run of coaches lately. Missoula, Ime Udoka, Brad Stevens before that. Brad Stevens went up into the front office role. So like his basketball mind and he's the one that spearheaded going after KP, right? So he's just a genius up there. And I think like this is one of probably from top to bottom, from front office down to the last bench guy, is probably one of the best put together teams in the NBA right now.
Yeah, the Celtics are who the media told us Denver was. Remember when Denver? They used to say Denver had the best
Constructive.
team, top to bottom.
Yeah.
From 1 through 15 or 1 through 12.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know about all that, especially after they lost their bench. But tell me how important Jrue Holiday was, man, and how much do Milwaukee miss him?
A lot.
Man,
I think.
Go ahead, Chris.
I think Jrue Holiday is what they wanted Marcus Smart to be.
Yeah.
I feel like because Marcus Smart was a good defender. I mean, he got Defensive Player of the Year, but he just wasn't as much of an offensive threat either as Jrue Holiday could be.
It ain't even about the offensive threat part. I didn't have a problem with his offense per
Smart?
se as far as scoring. Yeah, I didn't have an issue. My issue was, and it ain't even an issue, but what I like about Holiday more is that he's a real point guard.
That's true
with
too.
a real point guard mind. So he can get into score mode and get to the hole and body you just like Jaylen Brown body you and get some buckets. You've seen him do that a couple of times in the fourth quarter. He got an and one off of it, and these are crucial plays that he needed to make. And he knew it was time for me to make that play versus let me go ahead and defer to Brown and Tatum. So being a point guard is part of it is knowing when it's my time to go get a bucket because we need it. And also knowing when it's time when I go get my bucket, I gotta tell my star players, not right now. Let me go get this. You know what I'm saying? I know when they gas. I know when I got a better matchup than they do. I know that they don't miss 2-3 straight in a row. I can look in their eyes and tell when they, even if they did miss 2-3 straight in a row, they want this shot. Like Holiday does all that. He's poised. He calms them down. And then even when he settled everybody down and then gave the ball to Jason Tatum to get that dagger shot, they was up 3, but that last dagger shot that Tatum missed from 3, as soon as he gave it to Tatum, as soon as Tatum spotted up for it, he crashed the boards.
Yep.
He just ran down there, beat everybody down there, and he got in position, got the rebound, and that was a game-winning play, grabbing that rebound. The steal that he got was a game-winning play the game before that. He just make a lot of plays, man.
Yeah.
And he don't need 30 points, and he don't need, what I'm saying, that he's just a true winner.
Yeah.
How the hell Milwaukee quit on him, I don't know.
Yeah, because when you win that ring, and then the next year you don't, like you start looking for ways to okay, we didn't do enough, but Jrue Holiday was definitely not the issue.
No.
Who can we blame? And then you can't say Giannis. So it's everybody else's fair game.
I thought Chris Middleton might have been on a chopping block soon too, but either way it goes, I just know that bringing a piece like Jrue Holiday to Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, just those two, like that's a winning formula of basketball. Like you bring all 3+ defenders. Jrue can score when he needs to. He can facilitate. Tatum, good defender, good rebounder, as we've seen. I think he might have averaged 10 rebounds this series. I think he had a lot of assists tonight again. Of course, Jaylen Brown playing bully ball. Like it was made perfectly. Like and to add somebody like that who hey, he's gonna guard. He's gonna guard for the whole quarter. He's gonna make winning plays. He's gonna crash the glass if that's what's needed. And even when he's not scoring, he still finds ways to put his fingerprints on the game. And as long as you got somebody like that on a team with 2 stars, bona fide stars, it's a recipe for winning, man. And that's what's happening.
Look, address this, Chris, and this is why. And I'm looking ahead, just assuming that Dallas will finish Minnesota off and make it to the finals.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at this matchup, and I see Lou Dort was a great defender just as well as Jrue Holiday is.
Mm-hmm.
And he was guarding Luka, and he was giving Luka problems, but they also was giving Lou Dort 5 fouls. The second thing that was problematic for Lou Dort is they was leaving him wide open for threes as part of their defensive scheme, and he couldn't make them pay every time.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be different for Jrue Holiday, right? So that they're not going to hurt you by having Jrue Holiday on the court because he can't turn around and make you pay on the offensive end, right? Jrue Holiday can do that. You can't leave him open, right? So that's one thing that's going to be different. And as far as Jrue Holiday getting all those fouls, I don't know if they'll be putting all those fouls on him, or I don't know if Jrue Holiday can actually use some of his veteran smarts, or he get the benefit of the doubt and he's able to defend if he's going to be on Kyrie or Luka. I don't know if he's going to be able to defend very physical without them tagging him with fouls. But if you look at this team in Boston, it's very similar to OKC. They got Porzingis, the long, tall 7-footer at the rim like Chet Holmgren, who can also stretch the floor on the offensive side. So that's one thing. What's different, though, is they got Al Horford as well. OKC didn't have a guy like that who could also be a big body at the rim, physical, smart veteran who can also hit the three, right? So that's one thing that's different, right? They also got a long scorer with length and size like SGA, and that's what Tatum is. And they also got a big body scorer that can get downhill like Jalen Williams is what Jalen Brown is, right? So and then you got Lou Dort, the defender, Jrue Holiday, the defender. It's very similar, but it's some extra things that Boston have that OKC don't have. OKC don't have a Derek White, right? OKC don't have Al Horford. Lou Dort is not the scorer, the shooter that Jrue Holiday is. All of this stuff is so different. Do you think Dallas gonna be able to do some of the same things against Boston, or do you think Boston got a formula that can give them a headache?
Boston, I think they definitely have a better formula than OKC does. I think, like you said, there are a lot of similarities. I think it's safe to say Boston is Oklahoma City extended. They just got a little bit more in the clip for Dallas than what Oklahoma City did. As far as like Jrue matching up, I don't necessarily think that most of his time will be matched up on Luka. I think that'll be more Jaylen Brown. I think they'll try to, because they know that Jrue is their number one defender as far as like the guard play. And he has a tank. They might try to put him with Kyrie, right? And I think Kyrie gets some calls, not as much as what Luka would get. So you can kind of use Jrue Holiday over there, but you want to match Luka up with they'll probably do a lot of switches between him and Jalen and Jason Tatum defending Luka. And then you can run Derek White, Jrue Holiday, Pritchard at Kyrie Irving.
Yeah,
some speedier, quicker guys, and Kyrie is not going to get as many superstar calls. So then you can kind of body up, and you got three guys immediately. You got what's that? 18 fouls that you can work with on Kyrie, right? So I think that's what the matchup will be. If they start with Jrue on Luka, I think it'll take 2 fouls before they be like, "Yep, all right, switch it up." They might try to throw Jrue on Luka, which wouldn't be a problem. I think that would be a great matchup. But like you said, how Lou Dort got cooked with those fouls, he was averaging 5 fouls in the series. Yeah. They don't want that for Jrue, right? You need Jrue in there to handle at least one of these guards.
Yeah, you got Jrue and you got Derek White, both great defenders.
That's the thing. Right? That's the thing. They got guys that they can, and I think that's what Boston on paper, because the game still got to get played. Like the thing that, Luka has size. So in this particular series that he's in right now, Jaden McDaniels is a great defender. I think he made his name this year being a great defender. He doesn't have the stature of a Jaylen Brown, though. Like he's 6'9", but he's not as pause,
stocky,
and and so to withstand what Luka likes to do, which is if he can't get you with the step back, then he's gonna try to body you, draw the contact, go up for the shot. Like Jaylen Brown can absorb some of that. You can see the way he was guarding a bigger Pascal Siakam for a lot of this series. And when it comes to guard play, Ant was trying to guard Kyrie. We all know that stopping Kyrie is probably the only person that can stop Kyrie is Kyrie. For real, honestly. But when you have a lot of different, if you ever play basketball, when you see in a matchup and you getting 4 and 5, 6 different dudes having to guard you and they guard you different, all of them, then you have to adjust your game as such. And it just stops you from getting into your rhythm. And so I think that's what Boston has with Jrue, with Derek White, even Peyton Pritchard. Like they just got so many defenders. Even Jaylen Brown can guard some small guards. Like so many dudes that they can throw at you defensively to make it tough for you. Now I don't know if they're gonna give him the Lou Dort treatment because it's just tough when it comes to that. But I think that the good thing about what Chris said is if they match Jaylen Brown up on him, I think the superstar versus a star, Jaylen Brown is a star in his own right, might limit them saying, okay, we're not going to give, Jaylen Brown the same treatment that we gave Lou Dort, who's only known really in this league as a defender. Jaylen Brown is an all-star player, all-star caliber player. Maybe they'll give him, the benefit of the doubt and let them boys play ball. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. All right, let's get into this MVP thing, right? So let me see if I can average up because I think Jaylen Brown averages was 29.8 for the Eastern Conference Finals.
Mm-hmm.
And I gotta see what it was for Jason Tatum.
Look up Tatum.
Yeah, but I know overall for the playoffs, I think Tatum might be averaging 30. But the thing that's different is Tatum is rebounding at a high clip, because when you look at those lineups that they put out there, Brown and Tatum are interchangeably playing power forward, and which means they got to rebound or either protect the rim like a power forward. So when they got White and Holiday on the floor with Tatum and Brown and Al Horford, that means Horford's the center and Tatum is the power forward, and that's why Tatum was averaging so many rebounds this season, because you low key was playing power forward. Everybody didn't know that.
Yeah,
he was low key playing power forward, so he's averaging about 30 and 10 for the playoffs. But it went down slightly in the conference finals because he did have that game. He had 2 games where he had 23 and 26, and then he had 36 one game, and he had 36. Okay, so here's his game in the Eastern Conference Finals: 26 tonight, 36 last game, 23 and 36 the first game. So he was like alternating having 30 plus points or having 20 plus points, right? So it took his overall average for the playoffs down. What did he average in the conference finals?
30.2 points.
30.2, and then Taylor and then Brown averaged 29.8. But then also Tatum was averaging about 10 rebounds as well and about 5 or 6 assists. And Brown was rebounding a little bit. He was getting probably about 6 rebounds a game and like 2 assists. So it's interesting that they chose Brown and voted for Brown for the MVP trophy. Do you think they got it right, or do it bother you that Brown got it over Tatum?
If you look at the scope of the game, like a lot of times Brown, he had game 1, he had like the 40 piece. He had a 40 piece.
I think 40 was game 2.
Game 2 was the 40 piece.
He had the 40 piece. So when people do, and then he hit was game 1 when he hit the 3 to send it to OT.
Game 1, yep. He hit the 3. He hit the 3 in game 1. He had 26 that game. Then had a 40 piece game 2, 24 in game 3, and 29 in game 4.
Yeah. So when you do things like that, like people don't look at the intricacies of what other people are doing. Like I think it's more impressive as the number 1 option. In this case, when you don't have to dominate the ball like Jason Tatum he didn't dominate the ball, but he still, I think tonight he had 8 assists. He, like most of the times when you see guys get close to, those are the triple doubles that I like, when I don't even know that you even close to one, you know, like I think that itself is more impressive than the dude who got the ball in his hand every time going down the court. He's making a play, he's scoring the basket, and people are moving out of the way to get so he can get rebounds. Like everybody on that team crashed the glass. Everybody. Horford is there. Two great rebounding guards, and Holiday and White. But Jason Tatum still, I think he had 13 tonight. I think it was only one game this series that he wasn't the leading rebounder.
It's crazy.
Which is crazy on a team with Miles Turner playing against Miles Turner, Pascal Siakam, other dudes that can rebound, and your teammates. So I think that while I don't think Brown is undeserving, I wouldn't have been mad if it was Jason Tatum.
Yeah, I think it should have been Jason Tatum. I'm not mad that it's Brown. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little different. I think it should have been Tatum, but I'm not mad that it was Brown. Yeah, I mean, but when you look at it, man, 13 rebounds tonight, 8 assists. 10 rebounds last game, 8 assists. He had a subpar game in game 3 with 6 rebounds and 5 assists. Mm-hmm. That's an off night.
That's crazy to call that subpar.
Game 2, 12 rebounds, 4 assists, and game 1, 10 rebounds, 9 assists. Oh, I'm sorry. No, that was a Cleveland series. But yeah, game 1, 12 and 4, game 2, 6 and 5, and then 10, 8, and 13 and 8 in games 3 and 4. He's getting double-digit rebounds in every game but one, and 8 assists in 2 games. I mean, that's like this dude and of course he's still playing defense, right? So I think he should have been Tatum.
I'm a little upset that it's not Tatum, but I can kind of understand. I don't know exactly who votes for it. I don't know if it's fans or media that voted for these awards. So
it's media. It's always media.
So I kind of want to see what is it, because he hit the bigger shots? Is it because he had the bigger moments in this series? He exploded for that 40-point game. But I mean, you have to look at the entire body of work. Like Jason Tatum's entire conference finals was immaculate.
I think Jason Tatum taking it easy and allowing his teammates to operate at a high level. I think people are taking that for granted, and they're taxing him for it, which is the reason why you could win 64 games and not even be in the MVP discussion. Like he wasn't in the discussion. Probably the first 2 weeks of the season he was, but after that he was out. Like they value the stats more than the wins, man. So I'm like, the fact that Tatum kind of takes it easy, it looked like he's not doing much. Right. And I think that's what it is. They're taxing him by saying, you ain't really out there doing this thing and leading this thing, man. So we go reward your co-star.
Yeah. You think it's narrative driven, I think. But I at the end of the day, I'm sure Tatum doesn't care because he got his eyes on another type of MVP that they can get in the series that they just clinched going to tonight. And I think
he will get it.
Me too. If they win, I think it'll be on his back. So I think he'll get it if they able to beat Dallas. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say it, but until nothing is done until it's done. But we assume it's gonna be Dallas, and I think if the Celtics win that, Jason Tatum will be holding 2 trophies on that elimination night.
Yeah. All right, phone lines is open, man. Y'all call in, y'all weigh in, y'all let us know what y'all think about the series and project. Y'all can let us know what y'all think about who their opponent is going to be in the finals and how y'all think it's going to stack up. But I told y'all we going to get out here early, man. We get these phone calls in here, 2-3 phone calls, we up out of here.
Oh yeah, I just keep seeing somebody talking about Anthony Edwards in the comments. Like somebody hates Anthony Edwards.
I don't know who he looking for somebody that he probably was fussing with yesterday or something. I don't know. Hey, that ain't for us.
Yeah.
All right, caller from Louisiana, man. What's your thoughts?
Well, it's this age time. How y'all doing?
We good. What's up, man?
Hey, man. Been a minute, man. Oh, Mel, we were saying Boston, so we right on that, man.
Yeah.
Remember we were saying earlier.
I can't remember. I can't remember. Refresh my memory.
Man, it's age time, baby.
No. I know who it is. I know who it is. I just don't remember. I don't remember when we picked Boston. I mean,
Boston been knocking on the door for a minute.
Yeah, for sure. What did we say about Boston back then?
This was a good series, man. Y'all been on point. Everything y'all said tonight, man. I agree with everything. It was a good series. I think Tatum should have won the MVP. I think, Dallas goes gonna be Dallas and Boston. But we was talking about how Jason Kidd wasn't the right coach for Dallas earlier this year.
I said that. I definitely didn't say. I definitely didn't say that.
No, I said it. We was talking. Let me look at it. What's that? Motown Chris. What's up, man?
What's happening, H-Town?
Hey, man, you was okay. Remember we was going to get some. You say OKC can beat Dallas.
They should have.
But yeah, man, I think it's gonna be a great series. I think the Pacers gave them, they gave them what they can do without their star, man. Y'all been on point tonight. I just want to let y'all know y'all was on point with everything y'all said about the series. Who should have got the MVP? So I just think y'all was on point tonight. I can't go against nothing y'all said. Y'all just keep the work up. Good work.
All right, man. Appreciate it, H-Town.
Appreciate you, H-Town.
All right.
All right, now.
All right, y'all take it easy.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah. I can't remember when we.
That had to be some time ago.
Yeah, because it's been a while since he called in. But I want to know. I want to know how far we go back of me picking Boston to the finals. Because I just want to know how accurate I was. Dino, what's up?
What's good, fellas?
What's good?
Salutations, my brother.
You know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I just want to say, man, y'all doing an awesome job, but I'm going to disagree with the last brother, man. I go against everything Boston stands for. They going down in form. You hear
They
me?
getting swept.
I don't like Boston. I want to make that clear. I do not like Boston. Might be a little biasness, but I could break it down as well, though. I feel like Jason Tatum as a role, yeah, you're supposed to take that step down and get your teammates involved, but it shouldn't be when you're behind. I want to see you be able to do this for 4 quarters straight. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's a different type of takeover. That's the Mamba mentality they talk about. That's the Jordan we talk about. It's a different mentality. He doesn't have that. Without Derek White, Jrue Holiday, these guys are in trouble.
Yeah, it's a good thing they got Derek White and Jrue Holiday, though. That's like saying, brother, without your hands, I will whoop your ass. Yeah, but you got hands.
Nah, I'm gonna give you this business with this nub. Yeah.
Hey, if you ain't got no hands, then I'm eating all them punches. You can swing, I'm eating them.
Yeah.
I'm eating all of them.
Hey, I think them nubs they get hardened over time, man. Them shit start to hurt.
Yeah, truthfully, man, it's gonna be a good matchup, but I think they're gonna struggle with the big. Even Porzingis coming back, it's not gonna be like you have to come back, warm up. No, you got to come back and be ready to go. Finals ready. Not playoffs, not conference finals. Playoffs. Championship finals ready. That's a different atmosphere. And shoot, if you ask me, even if the miracle happened and Minnesota came back, beat Dallas, right? The bigs are still playoff ready. They've been in games. You may have been resting, but they've been playing game time, and I think that'll give them an advantage. So
Rest versus rust.
Anybody out the West or 2.
Sheesh.
Props to the coach. Pardon me. Props to the coach though. He's doing his thing.
Who, Joe Missoula?
Well, the coach for Boston.
Yeah.
Yeah, he built that bench incredibly, and they have young talent. I follow the G-League team as well. They have a Tatum 2.0. You get the dude the rookie that they drafted with the no hair. I can't think of his name. Oh my goodness, this guy is going to be insane. Just look out for him as well for the years to come.
I know who you're talking about. I can't think of his name right now. God, what's his name?
Yeah.
I think he might have alopecia.
Yeah, is that what that is?
What's her last name?
Oh, I can't. Let me look.
Alopecia Jones.
Come on, man. Nah, just look at the rookies that they drafted from last year. You'll see it.
Okay.
Jordan Jenkins. I don't know what his name is.
I'm gonna send it to you. I'll send it to you. I'll look it up and send it to you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's good, man.
I will say this though. You gotta look at the moves they made in the last couple of years, man. Going to go get Derek White mid-season. Was that mid-season year before last or mid-season last year?
Whatever. 2 years ago. 2 years ago.
This is his third year. This is his third year with him.
And then going to go get Porzingis. That was huge. And keeping Derek White. And then being ballsy enough to trade Marcus Smart and bring in Jrue Holiday. They was shaking stuff up. But the fact that they brought in Jrue Holiday and could convince Derek White to stay. Like, cause you just went and got an all-star at my position. How this go work?
Mm-hmm.
And they figured out a way to make it work. All they had to do, and this is another sacrifice Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum is making. Okay, I'll play some power forward so Derek White can get minutes on the court. Because I like having both of them out there. That's a sacrifice Tatum made. Playing power forward and his isolation minutes and possessions are cut down because you got two true point guards and Derek White and Holiday.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Man, that's impressive to me, man.
It is.
Yeah, you got to salute their front office, man. Them and honestly, Dallas willing to make trades and willing to tweak that roster just to maximize the ability to try to win a championship. They keep doing it. Like, they'll change a piece in a heartbeat, by keeping their, core together. Say, okay, man, they went from Kyrie, which of course we can look at it now and say we don't know, but I understand why that was at that particular time. It was a divide in the locker room and a lot of things was going on. Then you got Dallas, who Luka had 3 all-stars before he figured out how to play with an all-star. You know what I mean? They're willing to shake those things up, and even though had he figured this out early, I think they'd be much further along. But I gotta give kudos to the front office of the Celtics and Dallas for willing to shake things up, even though they feel like they may have a championship roster. Third Eye TV, what's going on? Appreciate the super chat. Can y'all talk about what needs to change going forward on how we're going to justify a shot to the head? Clearly, the refs dropped the ball on McConnell. I did see that play, and I do agree they dropped the ball. You get smacked above the head inadvertently or on purpose, then it's been a flagrant one. I really don't know what their basis was. Their wording was funny too. They said, unfortunately.
Hey, Dino, thanks for the call, man. I'm gonna take one.
I have a question real quick. Quick. I do got a question.
What's up, bro?
Do y'all not think that them playing from behind could also mean something else against a team that can actually finish?
Possibly. I think they play with their food too much, but Boston needs to know that Dallas ain't food. They got to know that. Okay. Like, I don't like how. I mean, I admire their fourth quarter prowess. I love how they, fight even when they down on the road at home. They keep fighting, and then they make the winning plays down the stretch. But if you are playing a team like Dallas, who we've seen can do that too, because they've done the same every single game against Minnesota. They've made those plays down the stretch to beat them. So you can't just say, all right, we're gonna just do that. And they need to try to take their head off from the jump, run the score up, and then make those plays. But so I mean, everybody's gonna say that. I even said it too about Boston. The possibility of them making it there and then failing again. But it's just tough when you got that type of roster put together. I just think it's going to be a really, really entertaining series, and it's going to be exciting to watch. We'll watch the matchups, and I think both of these coaches are willing to make adjustments. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, it's going to come down. It's going to come down to how they. Yeah, no, thank you. No doubt. Thanks, man.
Appreciate
it. It's going to come down to how they ref that game, man. Because if they're calling the game to where, the advantages that Boston has with their wing defenders can't be used against Luka and Kyrie. And that means it's going to come down to shot making between Luka and Kyrie and Brown and Tatum. Ain't nobody outscoring them as far as shot making. I mean, I just haven't seen like Luka and Kyrie just gonna have to be off for Tatum and Brown to outdo them as far as shot making down the stretch. Man, these dudes been on point, man.
Yeah, it's yeah. Don't go shop. Don't base it on that. I hope the others can make enough plays to where they can slow them down for Boston's sake. I mean, because we've seen 30 points apiece. I think in the last game with Luka and Kyrie, the offense, they're fine. They're going to be fine. They're going to be able to make shots. You don't have to worry about that. Now, can you stop the others and then, get them in foul trouble or do the attacking Luka? And it's probably their best bet, whoever is guarding him. And I think they're going to have to you can't really hide Luka that much in this matchup. And I think that's going to be a key point.
Yeah, you can.
How?
By not calling fouls.
That is true. That is true.
If Luka don't get in foul trouble not one game in this series,
then you know what time it is.
I'm like, man, how is he not getting in foul troubles? Like it comes like sometime, man. And I'm like, man, how every superstar getting in foul trouble except this man?
Yeah.
Caller from Missoula, what's up?
Yes, this is T. One of the things I look at for the Mavs versus the Celtics that I was analyzing is what is it going to look like in the paint? And that's where I get concerned about Boston because, as I've been just watching this series that they've been having the inside, where if Lively come back and you got Albert, and then you coming back with Pete and Washington, and I don't know if Kleber's coming back. Mm-hmm. I just don't see how Al Horford, once if Porzingis come back, but how Al Horford is going to deal with that paint issue. And I just believe that there is eventually, I know we were talking, y'all were touching on fouls in the perimeter. Mm-hmm. What about the inside? Mm-hmm. And I don't know if physically Boston can handle the Mavs. That's the only big area that I want to see when that game starts. See how the refs are going to play that. And can they, because when I watch the Celtics, I just see people shooting threes and basically driving kicks. So it seems like they live and die by the three.
Yeah, that's the entire NBA though.
Yeah, well, I don't see that so much with the Mavs.
Bullshit.
Well, I would say this because there's Kyrie. Kyrie's just not living and dying on the three. Now, I see Luka might to a certain degree, but I don't see Kyrie. So that may be, I can't even dispute that point. But I just see living and dying. And I see Luka and Kyrie can make the mid-range. So that's just my perspectives in it. And I like to, when it starts, I like to try to kind of look at what's going to happen in the paint. And will that be the determinant of who wins and loses?
Okay.
Got it.
That is a good, because honestly, until KP comes back, it pretty much is just Al Horford. I mean, you got Tillman, but what is he really doing? It really is just Al Horford. I think they bank on the fact that they don't really allow too many people to get down there for it to be an issue. But I mean, with the bigs that Dallas has, and then the possibility of Kleber coming back, that is gonna be a little bit of an issue.
Yeah, definitely a size.
Yeah, and that's the only thing I've seen. And I think y'all been talking about on the perimeter. I agree on the perimeter. That's what my son, he wants the Celtics to win. I'm like, you got a point on the perimeter. I'm just thinking about that middle. Cause we kind of just walked through all the positions, and I'm like, okay, the perimeter you got, but what's going to happen in that paint? And I've been watching Al Horford, and I'm like, is he going to stop Lively? Is he going to stop Galver? I don't know. So that's what I, I'll follow back up with y'all, man. I just want to just throw that out there to you.
All right, sounds good. Thanks.
I think that is a size differential because they play those bigs, especially if Lively comes back. But he don't really have to worry about stopping them because they're not primary offensive guys. He got to worry about blocking them out and stopping them from getting rebounds and maybe getting in the way of those lobs. But it is just him. Like, goodness gracious, I was looking at the rotation. I see Tillman come off the bench. I'm like, this is tough. I think that's probably the one space where they could stand to use some more depth. It's definitely it's going to be interesting to watch. I think, like you said, Chris, they probably banking on not, okay, we got really good perimeter defense. And honestly, they guards play good defense in the paint. I seen Derek White get a block tonight.
He got 3 of them.
3 blocks tonight. Like, he's a really good shot blocking guard. But it's gonna be interesting. Gafford and Lively, them some Tyson Chandler-esque bigs, run jump bigs that can really make some noise down there. So it'll be interesting to watch.
I got a question for y'all.
Yeah.
What would be, because all the criticism that these two teams have gotten up to this point over the last few years, right? Luka can't get back to the conference finals, can't make it past the conference finals. Boston always chokes in the end. If we get, I mean, we saying if, because like nothing's finalized in the West yet. But if we get Boston, Dallas, somebody got to lose.
Mm-hmm.
Which one would be more disappointing?
I mean, it wouldn't be Dallas, man, because at this point, it's anything they do from here on out is overachieving.
Actually, it was a 5 seed, and they just made trades at the deadline this year to build their team that they have. I think the Celtics, because they've been to the finals before, I think it'll be more disappointing. But I mean, they'll all be disappointed no matter who lose. But I think from the outside looking in, yeah, it gotta be Boston. They the perennial team they expect them to win now.
Mm-hmm.
And if they don't, then it'll be tough to look at them. I still don't think they blow it up, but they'll make some changes, and then they'll they'll try again next year, and they should get back. So
yeah, who is in the? Go ahead, Raleigh, North Carolina. What's up?
Hey, it was good, man. Shout out to the panel, man. I go by Big Dog Talk Sports, man. Just want to salute y'all, man.
What's going on?
Enjoy the show. It's like the third time to see y'all out. Now, I just wanted to know talking about the Boston Celtics.
Yeah.
I believe they got the best roster in the NBA. I mean, of course, that's if Kristaps is playing. I think they should win, but I think they'll lose because they play stupid sometimes. Do y'all agree on that? Or
yeah, I mean, I can see them taking sometimes, like the previous caller said, taking some contested threes because they know they had the ability to make them. I think I see that a lot. And like I said, sometimes they just play with their food. Mel alluded to it, I think, game 1, that sometimes they look bored when they out there playing, and it caused them to make some mistakes. So I can see where that could come back to bite them.
Right. Like, I would think in a final, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown especially, they'll drive to the basket a little more. Especially if we got 2 bigs as if Kristaps is playing, like Al Horford and Kristaps that can shoot the jump shot from the 3, long range. And instead of just tossing just 3-pointers just to be doing it, hands in the face unnecessarily. But I don't know. I can't see them like getting away from just launching threes just because. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
I think they got the. Oh, my fault. Go ahead.
This is what I like about Boston, and we probably haven't seen it because we ain't seen Porzingis in a whole series and a half, right?
Right.
They post up Porzingis a lot. If you look at them early on, Porzingis got a lot of post touches, and he was effective in the post as well. If he's healthy, he's 100%. He comes back. Lively and Gafford just being able to just rotate over and block shots all day long. It's not going to be really there that much because they're going to be playing a different type of defense because they're going to be guarding a 7'3" guy with every post move in the low post, in the mid post, and probably be able to take them off the dribble as well.
Yeah,
so
I was just about to say he can face up too.
Yeah, so I like to see if they could go old school and say, let me get this shot blocker out of the game with early foul trouble, and then see if y'all can play left-handed. You get what I'm saying? So I think Boston got an opportunity to do that, and I think they will if he's healthy, but we'll see.
Yeah, I think the Celtics should win. I mean, nothing's guaranteed, of course, But I just think if they lose, I mean, no disrespect to Luke and Kyrie, you know, they phenomenal. But I think Boston is going to, like, just play dog. You know, like you say, play with their food. And they cause themselves to catch some L's because of dumb playing. Like you see them, they just constantly just shoot three. They might miss like 10 in a row. They still just pulling. Hands in the face and all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can see if you wide open. Take the three. But they're just pulling just because they got the ball in their hand.
Yeah, it worked for 64 wins though. That's the only reason why, you know, I can't really tax them too much on it. I'm looking at 64 wins on the docket for them. I'm looking at the best record in the league, and I'm looking at a sweep in the conference finals and a couple of gentlemen sweeps. That's what I'm looking at, and I'm like, okay. I mean, yeah, you can say that, and they did all this without Porzingis, so I ain't gonna tax them too much on what threes they take because that's what the whole league is doing, is just jacking threes up. You know, at least they do go to the post when that 7 foot is in the game.
Yeah.
Right. But we at the same time, I understand that too, but at the same time, we know the Pacers is like nobody thought the Pacers would be in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Sure.
You know?
That's true too.
Even if the Knicks would have beat the Pacers, all their players was hurt pretty much. And I'm not trying to like disrespect their role. I mean, they can't help who make it and who don't. You know what I mean? But like, you know, this is a different animal with the Mavericks.
Yeah.
And so I don't know, man. They can't do that with Dallas, bro.
Yeah, they got to put them away. If they gonna win it, they got to put them away.
Yeah, it's got to be wire to wire. Like no coasting, no time off.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for the call, brother.
I appreciate y'all, man.
All right. No doubt.
So we ready to admit I was right. Brown better.
I knew it. I told Zoe before we came on. I was like, this doesn't help the Jason Tatum not a number one argument.
Oh, Cornelius Mahone. I don't know what you watching. I mean, Jaylen Brown is a great player. He is, and I don't ever want to discredit. And he from Georgia, so of course he gets extra points for me. But we are the mayor's affair on this podcast. He's not the overall better player than Jason Tatum, and Boston knows that. He had some great games this series, but he's not the better player.
Yeah. Hey, what's going on with this? With my dog Posh King and
I don't know.
Who is Bird? Who is Bird that he talk? Because I see he going at it with Michael. What's his dude name?
Childress.
Yeah, Michael Childress.
Yeah, I've been watching this the whole time.
But Michael Childress' name is not Bird. Hey, Posh King, call in and explain it to me.
Or say like how did y'all get here?
I'm confused. Who's Bird? What's going on with Michael Chilligan Island, or wasn't it
Childress?
Randolph Childress is my favorite player. I can say Randolph Childress, but saying Michael Childress is very hard. Very hard.
Randolph Childress. Shout out Wake Forest.
What's up, brother? What's going on with what's up with Bird?
What you do, man? Nah, it's all fun and games. I just wanted to roast. It's y'all, man.
Well, hold on. But hold on, is Michael Childress Bird? Are you
I heard him said, dude, that's the dude named himself Posh King. So I don't know who that, but he sounds zesty. I don't know who he is.
But why you going at Michael Childress though?
No, because he said zesty dude called himself Posh King. He said something to me.
Oh,
I'm like zesty. Yes, I don't even know him. I don't know.
Oh, so you thought Michael Childress was Bird?
Yeah, because he's answering. So, dudes like that don't mind their own business, and he calling me zesty. And in something that he's not even a part of. So I thought he was Bird.
Oh, no. So what did Bird say?
Nah, he was just fucking around. But dudes that try to crack jokes, but it's not funny. So I wanted to roast his ass. The last time I called in, he said like if I took my shot and if I need a wife and if I got a passport and shit, playing on the.
No, that wasn't. No, that wasn't for you. I got it now. No. No, that wasn't for you. Let me hold on. Let me explain. No, let me explain. Let me explain.
I was gonna cook his ass, man.
Oh no. That's my homeboy. I get it. But let me explain it though. Yeah. So we was talking earlier and we was laughing about that because I don't know if you ever seen R. Kelly was at a concert in Africa about 5, 6, 7 years ago. and he was singing it to the girls. He was asking them who want to come back to America with him. He was like, "Do you have your passport? Do you got your shots? Do you want to come back with Rob to America?" So
so you get what I was thinking while I was talking.
Yeah.
That message come in, and I'm a foreigner, so I was just going, man.
Nah.
That was him on the show with you guys and talking about Drake and Kendrick, right?
No, that wasn't him. No, that was Cash.
That was him?
That was Cash.
That was Cash.
Yeah, that was Cash.
Because I thought it was my bad, bro. I'm coming in to fry whoever bird has it. I wanted it. You feel me? Well, man, y'all the best, bro. I don't even have nothing on tonight for real. But Luka and them gonna win it though. In my opinion, I think just not even off Luka alone. I think just Kyrie, I think Kyrie really crossed over to that, like, I'm better than you. I know basketball better than you. I'm already a champion. I'm just gonna do it. Like, even if Luka not like Kyrie's they're gonna win. Like, there's no defense that you can play to stop them. Whether they're big, whether you're small. So now with Kyrie, and knowing the game, and Jason Kidd as their coach, like Jason Kidd, remember that water incident that he spilled?
Definitely.
Jason Kidd, like, you give certain coaches, enough time, because when you keep on firing coaches and stuff like that, like even what's dude's name in Denver, it was 8 years before he won a ring.
Yeah,
sometimes coaches need a little bit of time. I really think Steve Nash should get another chance. Sometimes it don't work out because when you're so good, it don't translate to your team because you're expecting them to be as good as you. So I think that kind of probably played with the Steve Nash thing and then all the ego, you feel me? Yeah. So Jason Kidd being an American, being who he is, Jason Kidd, the respect is already going to be there. And I just think Kyrie and them is just going to find a way to just like, big boy Tatum and them pause. You feel me? It's just like, y'all not finna beat me, like what Ant was doing, and it's like that's what happened to him. Like, sit your ass down, like you ain't finna do this. So like all these little dudes taking over the league, and it get me to like even thinking, bro, like even in this said LeBron time, remember what Kobe said about AI? We thank God he wasn't 6'6".
Yeah.
Like, I would like to see Steph did what he did to Kobe and Mike and them, bro. And the last thing I heard, McKen said something about they be sleeping on McKen about Jokic. And I really think Jokic is as good as the time he's playing in. Because Jokic cannot be that, you're gonna pass ball and all of that, but you're not beating Garnett and Duncan and them in that time. Like,
no.
He had said Paul Gasol is as good or better than Jokic, something like that. And it's all about the time that you played and the team that you played in, because Paul Gasol on the Lakers, like, that's all Kobe needed. Although he was giving 18 points, it's the triangle, but like Paul Gasol is just a skill and can pretty much do everything Jokic can do. And I feel like probably even other than defense, everything pretty much more. Defense, rebounds, everything pretty much, Jokic got a bigger body, but Paul Gasol and Mark Gasol to me is better than Jokic. In my opinion, it's just all about who he's playing against in the time that he's playing, because no matter how good Ant-Man is, he's just not finna to do what he did to Jokic to Shaq. And I don't care. Shaq wasn't even a good defender. Shaq was a liability on defense. People talk about his free throws. That's what people should talk about, So I just don't think that Jokic and even these new dudes that's coming. So Tatum and them, they got a good squad and everything. But I just think Kyrie and Luka is not feeling the loose to them, man.
Yeah.
The aggression that Luka got. Hey, yeah, man, and y'all sleeping on like Luka. I know he's different than the European, and I know Chris always saying he hates his game and stuff. But Luka grew up playing, I don't know who or what podcast I heard it on, and I was like, that's a valid point. Luka growing up playing in like Europe, bro. So you see that aggression that Luka got in him, it's different. Like, even when you're losing, you tell yourself that you can win this game, you feel me? That's hard to beat when everything is clicking, and I just think that the team has arrived now to the point of they believe that they can literally beat anybody. And that's scary with the talent that you have, believe in that. You feel me? Like how Russell Westbrook think he can shoot any shot. But Russ, you'll be breaking from them threes. No Russ disrespect. But Luka and them believe, when you believe like Kobe, like the Jordans and of the world, when you believe and you have that heart, that everything, like, I don't see how they're going to beat Kyrie and Luka, in my opinion. Tatum and them should win it, but Luka and them going to beat them in like 5 or 6.
Very fair point. Very fair point.
That dude named Michael, though, tell him he can't be calling people zesty when he's jumping into shit that doesn't even go towards him. You feel me? And tell him to go Google Posh. You feel me? People hear names and like, you have to be a certain way to have a name like Posh King. And my friends in Jamaica, they just call me King. It's the females that name me Posh King. You feel me? And that's all of the fashion. We don't name ourselves. You know, we get crowned. You know, we ain't no LeBron putting crown on our own heads. We get crowned.
Hey,
that's all of the fashion, Michael. You feel me? Straight up.
What does Posh mean?
It's like fly, elegant.
You have to tell him to Google it. You feel me? So it's pretty much just like, it's a lifestyle and it's old English. So it's like no matter where you live, it could be in the hood or wherever, which I come from in Jamaica, you see yourself as you never look down on no man. You look up straight in their eyes, you know. If they want to look down, they look down. So it's just how you see yourself and the lifestyle that you live. You feel me? It's just posh. You feel me? We have unisex words out here. But y'all have a blessed one though, man. But so you send somebody's zesty jumping into shit that don't even register to you. That's crazy to me. And the words that you're gonna use, you know, like, it's crazy. That's zesty. Hopping into something that you don't belong into. Like, who are you, bro? If your last name ain't Jordan, no Michael can talk to me. Period. All right, man.
All right,
have a good one.
All right,
but so you say your boy, it wasn't for me. That's good, because I was going to light bird ass up. I don't know who you are. All right, my man. Bless.
All right,
brother.
Bless. Hey, we got to clip that up for Bird.
Oh man, too funny, man. All right, man. We're at 1 hour and 2 minutes, man. That was a good show, man. I appreciate all the calls. If I can get one more call in the next 5 to 10 seconds, I'll take it. But if not, we're gonna go ahead and end it, man. What's y'all final thoughts, though?
Yeah, man. Just now we just wait to see if the bow is wrapped tight tomorrow or if they just prolong the inevitable. And
hey, man, it's Cheeks time tomorrow.
Think so?
Yeah, them boys go home. They heart gone.
Yeah. Real. Like they
go ahead and wrap this up so we can take a break. God damn it. Shit.
We can take a break. Hey, don't it feel good to accomplish a series of we missed one day, but we made it up the next day.
And really we didn't miss it because we was doing our regular full panel Friday. So
exactly.
So what we is it a week straight now that we done gone live for 6 days?
So it's close to a week.
Man, yeah, we need a vacation just as much as them dudes at this point. Especially after last night's marathon.
Not me, man. Y'all got to get up and drive to work, man. I get to
you wake up and turn over and you at work, huh?
Pretty weird.
Yeah, we all ain't blessed like you yet, man. We trying to get there.
We're trying to get there.
Yeah.
So Mel say Dallas. What you say, Chris? Tomorrow they close.
Yeah. I mean, what is the point in prolonging the inevitable? Nobody done came back from 3-0.
Just go home. Don't even show up, Minnesota. We at this point we don't even want to see you
to finish that series out.
Yeah,
you winning one game ain't gonna do nothing but make us mad.
Yeah, because you wasting our time. Like, it's over, man. It's over. Just go ahead, wrap this up, catch that flight back.
Yeah,
or take the team plane straight to Cancun, whatever floats your boat.
Yeah, I'm going Dallas too, bro. Like, it's just I've seen everything I needed to see from Ant. To know that he's great, potential to be great, but he's not there yet. He got some things he need to work on. But use this as a learning experience. It'll be interesting to see what their roster look like next year, if they running it back or what they try to do. But yeah, man, go on and catch to get that early vacation so you can be in maybe Tulum something watching the finals.
Yeah,
I like what I wouldn't change the roster if I'm Minnesota. I like what they had and it worked. It's just that Karl Anthony Towns had an identity crisis in the Western Conference Finals.
Man,
he really turned into a guard. And I'm like, dude, man, like you gotta take pride in being a big dude and saying, I'm about to punish you down here. Sometimes you got to turn into a Shaq-like figure in the post and say, I'm punishing everything. I got a rookie down here that's only athletic and can run and jump and dunk and Lively.
Yeah,
when you see Lively on you and you Karl Anthony Towns, you should want, hey, look, I might get an offensive foul for this, but you go feel my elbow in your chest really fast and hard. And if they don't call it, I'm dunking you in the rim, and you don't think twice about that next time. If they do call it, I'm still dunking, and you still getting his elbow.
Yeah, definitely. He was the reason that they haven't. And even sometimes on the switches, it'll be somebody small on him. It'll be Josh Green or somebody on him, and he settling. You 7 foot tall.
In the rim.
Put him in the rim. Put him in the rim, bro. Like over and over again. That's that. I mean, Ant was more aggressive this last game, which he needed to be doing that games 1 and 2. He was driving to the paint. He still didn't shoot the ball particularly well. But they started to figure it out. Him getting pressure and dunking. I think that dunk he had on Gafford, it kind of changed the momentum of the game. They started playing better. But Cat giving you the looks because you 1 for 14 in your last 15 shots. Like, take it in the cup, bro. Take it at the cup. Put the onus on the referee. Go up strong, like you're trying to actually finish the play, not foul baiting. And then you would have gave yourself a chance. But I think it's a wrap now. I think it'll be good for them to go ahead and get to the crib. And yeah, we'll see when this finals games start.
Yep, get ready for the Olympics. We'll see you then.
Easy day. All right, man. I'll catch y'all on
going on Tuesday? Well, shit, tomorrow.
I supposed to.
Yeah, we got to. I mean, it's gonna be a game tomorrow, so if we recap it, then we'll recap that, and then
then we'll have a break. We'll go back to our regular schedule programming until June 6th.
Yeah.
All right, fellas. Peace.
Peace.